everyone, and welcome back to Steve and Jenny's Star Tour. Today we watched Rise of Skywalker.
Jenny, I really don't want to do this.
We have to.
Yeah, we sure watched Rise of Skywalker, alright. So, Jenny, what did you think? Yeah.
I think I'll just start with my notes.
Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah.
It was a movie.
It wasn't though.
There was some good. There was some not so good, and then there was some not really that good at all. Okay, so I guess my first note is, so I wrote down, so if the First Order was a stepping stone for the Final Order, does that just make the original 3 movies, like, not important, wipe it clean, like...
You know...
If it was just a stepping stone?
There's a lot in this movie that makes the original trilogy relevant. For example, the climax.
Yes.
I'll get more into that later, but...
They're pushing Finn and Poe too hard to be the new Luke and Han, which really bothered me.
Yeah, that first scene felt very forced.
Yes.
Like, Luke and Han are both dead. Here's these guys.
Yeah, here's the new Luke and Han.
No.
I don't want a new Luke and Han. I want
Luke and Han.
I want characters that can stand on their own. If you are going to kill off Luke and Han, that's fine.
Yeah.
But make 2 characters that stand on their own. Don't be like, here's the new generation. Palpatine returning is the worst thing ever to happen to this franchise, is what I literally have written down.
Yeah. They tried to fucking, like, endgame it.
Yeah.
But, like...
But didn't.
This is not how you do it.
It wasn't...
You were... With MCU, they were building up to Thanos since the first Avengers.
Yes.
Here... we killed Snoke in the last movie. Now what? Palpatine!
We killed him too early. Now what? Panic. My little filmmaker heart could not take all the lens flares.
Oh my god, there's so many lens flares in this movie!
That was so bad!
Wow!
I don't like a lot of the shot okay, here comes my filmmaking, you know.
Go for it.
I don't like a lot of the shots they used, especially the ones where you could tell they were inserting CGI Carrie Fisher. I don't like all the, like, behind them shots they did, like, over the shoulder shots. I just think it was really, really poor choices of shot. And I don't like the, like, aesthetic of it, I guess. I don't know. It didn't really do it.
And I said this as we were watching it. Even as someone who isn't a film student, I think this is a very badly made movie.
Yeah. It's not even... that it's like, oh, I don't like the plot, I don't like the characters. I just think the actual film is not great.
Yeah.
Like, the shots aren't great, the I don't know, the editing is not my taste. So in the beginning, Rey couldn't hit a training droid, but she ran and jumped over a ship to slice a wing off. You know, I was told I wasn't gonna like Rey because she's a Mary Sue and she starts so overpowered and doesn't improve at all. They were right.
Yeah.
They're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like her.
Yeah.
Everyone who's been watching this series knows that C-3PO is my favorite character of this entire franchise.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't like this. I don't like this.
Yeah.
I saw in the trailers the whole, I'm just taking one last look at my friends. And I was like, oh, that's gonna be sad to watch that. Even though I knew nothing of the character at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But watching that happen was so sad. Not because of them deleting his memory. Like, okay, if it's an important plot point, I understand. My poor baby, but I understand. But the original trio would never let him sacrifice himself to do that. These guys just went, alright, and walked away.
Mm-hmm.
The difference in these characters is, we were talking about this before we even watched the movie. For character development, I think a huge question is, would a character save one best friend or 100 strangers?
Yeah.
Easily the original trio would save their best friend.
Yeah.
In this one...
I think even Han would, despite Han kind of getting sick of C-3PO. Like,
Yes.
even then, like, there's still, like, a connection there.
They would save a best friend over 100 strangers. These characters would save 100 strangers over one best friend, as proven in this scene.
Yep.
And I connect more with characters who would save the one best friend.
Me too.
I think I have it written down somewhere in here. I don't like these characters. The only one I can stand is Poe.
Yeah.
I like
Poe and I like Kylo Ren.
I like Kylo. I like Poe's sense of humor.
Yeah.
I don't feel a connection to them. Like, if
Yeah.
Poe died, I'd be like, that sucks. But, like, he's gonna be the one I miss the most, but I wouldn't be devastated, like, when I watched Luke or Han die. Okay. I honestly didn't... I knew Hux was gonna turn good. That got spoiled for me.
Yep.
I did not see him being a spy, though. When they were talking about a spy, I did not put, like, 2 and 2 together and realize that he was gonna be the spy.
Yeah, well, I remember when I saw this...
So I give the movie credit for that.
Yeah, when I saw this in theaters with my brother, and then that scene happened where Hux was like, I'm the spy, I'm like, oh! Okay, that like, genuinely got me. I'm like, okay, alright, cool. I didn't...
And then I was really...
And then he dies, like, 2 seconds later!
I was really looking forward to, like, in my mind, I was like, awesome, like, we're gonna see Hux, like, more, like, and, like, doing more, and he's dead.
Yeah.
And he's dead.
Yeah. This movie really likes to do that, where they set up a scene and then resolve it 2 scenes later.
Yeah. I just wrote down Hux deserves better.
Yeah, honestly.
Alright, I'm sure you're gonna talk about this a bunch, too, because you're gonna know better than me.
Most likely.
But Rey strikes so much out of anger.
Oh my god.
So how is she considered a good Jedi? Like, I'm genuinely confused.
Yes, exactly.
In the original 3 movies,
exactly.
If you struck out of anger, even once, they were like, Luke's gonna be dark.
I have this written down too.
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
And here she is throwing a temper tantrum, hissy fit, like we always say Kylo Ren does, but it's really her.
When she encountered Kylo Ren on the ship, she was attacking before Kylo Ren even drew his saber.
Yeah.
He was defenseless, and she was striking to kill. But I'm all the Jedi! Go on.
Where did I write down? Oh, well, I guess that was... Okay. Alright. Leia's death. I get what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
It's the actual, like, after the death part that bothers me. Yeah. Literally just seeing a sheet draped over her body and just standing there, I don't know, it just felt very unsettling and kind of disrespectful.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as bad if Carrie Fisher wasn't actually dead.
Yes.
That's what made that really fucking uncomfortable.
I personally think... Okay, so you would know better than me. Apparently, once she died, they had to rewrite the script a bunch, right? Like, Leia was supposed to be a much bigger role in this movie.
Yes.
Okay.
Every scene that she's in is cut footage from, I think, Force Awakens.
But she
so
was...
2 movies ago.
Leia was supposed to be a much bigger role in this movie.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're gonna rewrite the whole script, write her out.
Yeah, honestly.
In between movies, Leia should have went down, and, like, in the beginning of the movie, maybe not open with it, but they should have had, like, a nice little ceremony, memorial, honoring
Honestly,
thing.
I think that
she should have went
killing
down
her off in between movies would have been more respectful to Carrie Fisher than reusing old footage and making the character completely irrelevant to the story. And I talk about this later on in my notes. All of her lines are fluff.
Yeah.
It's the most generic bullshit dialogue.
Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be a hot take. I think Finn had actually some good moments. I don't think he's as useless as everyone says.
Name one.
When he, at the end of it, when he was leading the charge on the ship.
Oh, okay, yes. Towards the end of the movie, when he agrees to, like, work with Poe as a general. Yeah, he's a good leader in the battle. But for the first 2 hours of the movie, he's just screaming Rey.
Yeah, I guess.
Look, I don't like to shit on Finn, because I like him a lot in the first movie. And then they just severely underutilized him, and just kind of shafted him and put him aside.
Oh no, I completely agree. He's definitely underused, and his character deserved better. I still agree with you. He should have went out in the second movie.
Yeah, that would have been a great end.
Heroic sacrifice.
Yeah.
Should have been.
It would have been a great end to his character arc, but no.
The, like, Han moment when he wanted to be killed off in the original.
Yeah.
And then but then they brought him back. It feels like that happening again.
Yeah.
And they just didn't know what. It feels like he was supposed to die in the second movie, and someone saved him last minute, like a producer.
Yeah.
And then everyone writing this movie was like, now what do we do with him?
Yeah.
Okay. The final battle and the ending in general felt very anticlimactic.
Yes.
Like, I literally turned to Steve and I was like, that was it? That was the battle?
oh my god, I'm blanking on his name. C-3PO's actor. Oh my god. I feel so bad. I'm blanking on his name. It'll come to me later.
Yeah.
C-3PO's actor, when the whole cast did like an interview, like what were your thoughts on the movie and the ending and how they wrapped it up, his exact response was, "That's how you end it?"
Yeah.
And the rest of the cast are all like, you can tell, nobody liked this. Not even the people in the movie liked this movie.
Yep. It just was so.
There's a really famous one with Kelly Marie Tran where someone's like, how does this film explore Rose's character? And she just goes, because it doesn't. She's barely in it.
Well, that's my. Okay, not my next note, but my. Okay, I'll skip this one. My note leading into that is this movie just felt very fillerish.
Yeah, it didn't feel like an ending.
That's what I was gonna say. For the big climactic, like, end of the trilogy, the first 2 hours, I was like, are we done yet? Like, it felt boring. And then going back, that ending scene, should we talk about Rey Skywalker?
I really don't want to talk about Rey Skywalker, but I'm gonna have to.
So I get what she was trying to do with the yellow saber, the new color. Like, I get that. But if the whole
there's a bunch of people. Like, she wasn't the first to have it. There was a bunch of people who had yellow lightsabers.
Well, like in the main series.
Yes, yeah.
I get what she was trying to do, forming like a new, like, generation or whatever.
I liked how it was made from her staff.
Yes, that was cool.
That's kind of cool.
But then
I like the saber itself.
Why did you
like
choose the Skywalker name? If you're trying to make your own name for yourself, why would you take the most famous name in the galaxy?
Yeah.
You should have just stayed Rey, or honestly, be Rey Palpatine. Own it.
Yeah, exactly.
Own it.
Thank you. Yes.
Like, I don't mind the plot twist of her being a Palpatine. Like, that was okay, whatever. But, like, if you're gonna do it, own it.
Yeah. Like Luke said, there's more than bloodlines.
Yeah.
Then why is everything about bloodlines? The movie contradicts its own fucking writing.
Yeah. I think if she wanted a new name, she should have either just stayed just Rey or been Rey Palpatine.
Yep.
Because I think if she was gonna own it, she should own it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had this written down. I wanted to learn more about those, like, side characters that we met, like the girl who hit on Poe. I forgot her name.
Zori
with the mask.
and
then
the other girl,
the other runaway.
the stormtrooper girl.
Yeah.
I don't remember the one who might be Lando's daughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought they were interesting. I think Poe and the runaway girl had a connection.
Yeah.
Because they were both runaways.
Here's the thing. They clearly had connection with the characters, but I didn't have connection with them.
I wanted, I didn't have a connection with them. I wanted to learn more about them.
That's the thing, right? They introduced them way too late.
That's fair.
It's the last movie, and you're introducing someone from Poe's past and someone who is in the same boat as Finn.
Yeah.
That's interesting shit, not something that should be saved for the end of the series.
Okay, I do agree with that.
You know, like, yeah, I'd like to know more about them too.
Yes.
It's not gonna happen, but I like it.
Yes. I do have one more note. I technically wrote this under my notes for just the whole trilogy in general, but...
Which is a separate video. We'll get,
yes, we will get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
But I think this one, it goes into 3 a bunch, so I'll say it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm the only one who feels this way. There should have been a role reversal at the end of 2. Rey goes dark and Kylo turns good.
See, I feel that at the end of 2, they should have both done what Kylo said and let the past die, and both went Grey Jedi. I think that would have been something way more interesting.
Yeah.
Anything other than what we got.
Yeah. Grey Jedi would be cool.
Yeah.
I just think it'd be really cool to see a whole swap.
Yeah, that would have been cool too. Because, like, if anything can be shown from the last 20 minutes of this film, it's that seeing Ben Solo as a Jedi, kind of cool shit.
Yeah.
I'd like to see more of that. But... Oh, is it my turn? Alright. I'd like to say something before we start my notes. There are 3 movies that I hate beyond belief the more I think about them. Where the more I think about these movies, the more I hate them, the angrier I get. One is Ralph Breaks the Internet, because they throw all character development from the first movie out the window. The other is live action Lion King, because it has no emotion and no heart or soul put into it.
And no be prepared.
Yeah.
Correctly.
And the third one is this. This one does both.
They're all Disney movies.
Yeah,
Aww.
unfortunately. And I love Disney. I truly believe this is the worst thing, the second worst thing to ever come out of Star Wars.
Holiday special?
Yeah. We're not watching that, by the way.
Bottles wants us to watch it.
I know he does. Hey, if he finds it, the answer's still no. This is, in my opinion, the worst Star Wars movie. I hate almost everything about it. From the way it's written, to the way it just is made as a movie, to the characters, to the constant retconning itself,
Yeah.
to the incoherent plot that makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Say what you want about Last Jedi, at least Last Jedi had a coherent story. At least Last Jedi had, you know... At least Last Jedi, as a standalone movie, was its own thing.
Yeah.
Like, Last Jedi's a bad Star Wars movie. This is just a bad movie.
Yes.
In general. Like, say what you want about the other movies that I don't like. Like, Last Jedi disappoints me. Okay?
Yeah.
Attack of the Clones bores me. Phantom Menace annoys me. Rise of Skywalker infuriates me. I have never been so angry at a movie until this one.
Yeah.
This movie just makes me... this movie fills me with enough hatred to become a Sith Lord. Okay? I hate this movie with every fiber of my being. And I have 9 pages of notes here from stuff that I already knew I was going to talk about before I watched it. I knew, before we watched this movie tonight, what I was going to say. Jenny, this is the second time I've seen this movie. I've only seen it once before this. And I already have so much to say.
I also want to make a note. When we first started this series, Steve promised me we'd go into these movies with an open mind.
So that was a fucking lie. I'm sorry. I tried. I really did, but I couldn't.
And like every 10 minutes it was just, oh.
I'm sorry. This movie just angers me so much. So let's get into my actual notes. The Dead Speak.
Literally the
You
first
open your movie with The Dead Speak. Would a 5-year-old write this? Come on. Kylo Ren clotheslines a dude. It's one of the best parts of this film.
Yes.
When a character clotheslines another character, and that's one of the best parts of the film, you know you're in trouble. Test Tube Snoke. Because there's Test Tube Snokes. I made Snoke. Here's a bunch of test tube babies of Snoke. What the fuck is that? Why? Why? Palpatine is back with literally no explanation other than a throwaway line from Episode 3. The dark side of the Force is a path to many abilities some consider unnatural. That's the only explanation we get for why he's alive. Thanks, movie. Why does Kylo Ren need a new empire? He's literally the supreme leader of the First Order. He basically rules the galaxy. What could Palpatine give him that he doesn't already have.
That's a very good point.
Who is the slug dude on the Falcon at the beginning of the movie, and why is he there? There was just a slug dude on the Falcon with no explanation as to who he is, where he came from, why he's on the Falcon with Finn, Poe, and Chewie. Who are you? Light speed skipping is apparently a thing.
I didn't really get that.
Yeah. I'm light speed skipping. You're what? Just
Stop
light speed back home. Fuck off.
Stop making up stuff.
Remember when Luke's lightsaber broke in the last movie because this one didn't? Luke's lightsaber broke in half in Last Jedi.
Yes.
And here it is, perfectly fine with Rey. Not even any like stitching or signs that it was mended together. No, perfectly fine. No damage whatsoever. Come on! I shouldn't even have to go into any more depth than that.
Yeah.
Come on!
That's only the first 10 minutes of the film.
Yeah, and as you said before, here it is now. Rey striking out of anger is literal proof that she is a horrible Jedi. You want to be a Jedi. You're really trying. You're saying, be with me to all the Jedi of the past. You know why they're not with you? Because you're a shitty Jedi. Because you strike out of anger. Because you do the things that don't make you a Jedi. Since Carrie Fisher died and her footage in this is reused, every line Leia says is the most generic, non-plot relevant dialogue in the whole fucking series. Everything she says is just throwaway lines.
Yes.
Filler. It's filler dialogue. And it's insulting, honestly, to both the character of Leia and Carrie Fisher's memory.
Yes.
To just... let's reuse footage of her that won't make any sense in this film.
I agree.
This, in my opinion, is the worst line in the entire series.
Uh-oh.
Dark science, cloning, secrets only the Sith knew. Did you forget that the fucking Clone Wars existed? And that they were used by the Jedi? And that they were made by people who weren't even Force sensitive? You know, the Clone Wars, the things that was mentioned in the first movie and one of the most important plot points of the entire series? But no, only the Sith knew about cloning, right? Watch your own fucking movies. God damn it. People hated Rose so much they literally wrote her out of the plot.
Yeah.
Rose does nothing in this movie. Nothing.
Yeah, people yell at Finn for that. Rose is worse.
No, I agree. I forgot there's just a straight up monkey in this movie. There's a fucking monkey.
Monkey.
There's a fucking monkey just fixing Kylo Ren's helmet. I'm like, okay, monkey. Also, the Knights of Ren are back, because the Knights of Ren.
Yeah.
Remember when Kylo Ren destroyed his mask in the last movie and it was a great moment for his character? Fuck that, apparently. Because now he's wearing it again.
And now it has red zigzags in it.
Yeah.
Sure.
You set up a character moment for a character to grow, and then you just double back on it. Don't do that.
Yeah.
It's bad writing. How did they not hear an entire festival until they rounded the corner?
Yeah, I didn't get that one either.
Come on! You saw how big and loud that festival was, and oh, this rock is blocking the sound waves.
Yeah.
Come on!
That's not how that works.
No. Force Skype is back, but
No. For Zoom.
yes, you're right.
In today's day and age, it is
Yeah.
Zoom.
But without Snoke, it literally makes no sense as to how they're doing it.
He broke the connection.
Yeah,
Didn't he?
Snoke is the one who connected them. Now that he's dead, how are they doing that?
Yeah.
How are they doing that?
I don't know.
Hey look guys, it's Lando. He's here for a totally valid reason and not just nostalgia. We promise. In all seriousness, no, it was cool to see Lando. I do like Lando.
I like Lando.
It was cool to see Lando. I just wish he had more of a prominent role. Like, yeah, he comes in at the end and saves the day, but that's it. He's just there for nostalgia. And that's...
You just said he saves the day.
At the end.
Yeah.
But, like, that's all he does.
He saves the day.
Well, alright, fair, but, like... Yeah.
Isn't he the one that brings all of the allies?
Yes.
Yeah, I
defend that. No, that's fine, but, like... It's Lando! Use him more! Have him do more than just at the end saving the day. It's fucking Lando Calrissian!
Yeah. I mean, I guess the point is to have the new generation doing all the stuff.
I guess, but like, when the new generation isn't as exciting, so you have to bring back old characters. They fly now!
Oh, the Stormtroopers.
Oh, come on, it's such a bad line. It's so bad.
Oh, the joke, yeah.
It's so bad.
Joke.
Oh, they fly now! They fly now! They fly now! Fuck, come on. Even, like, the cast makes fun of that line. Like, John Boyega made fun of it, and Oscar, whatever his name is, who played Poe, was like, maybe it's the first time they used the flying ones. And John Boyega was like, they've been using them since the Clone Wars! Oh, God. How did Rey know the serpent was hurt? She just knew it was in pain, and that's why it was attacking? Also, force healing!
Which was used like 80 gajillion times in this movie.
That's not how the Force works.
Oh man, don't you love how Kylo Ren was in a very violent ship crash and walks out without a scratch on him?
Yeah.
Come on. Like, at least have his cape be torn or something. Oh no, Chewbacca's dead, except he's okay. He was conveniently on a different ship that they forgot to show taking off.
I did not like that.
No. Stupid. You literally have a fake-out death for a beloved character, only for literally 2 scenes later to be like, no, look, he's alive! He was on a different ship! Where was it? Where? Only one ship I saw take off.
Yeah. Did not like that.
BB-8 made a friend. Too bad he's irrelevant until the end of the movie. We didn't even learn his name till the end of the movie. I mean, he's cute. He's a nice little conehead robot.
I like him.
His name's Dio. Babu Frick.
Yeah.
Why? What is this character? Jenny, when this movie came out, the internet, and I still to this day, don't know if it was genuine or if it was irony. I don't know if it was sarcastic or not, but when this movie came out, people were fucking praising Babu Frick. And I genuinely don't know if it was sarcasm or not. Because this character sucks. He's a nothing character.
I love that.
Yeah, but like, it's like, I don't know. I don't know if it was genuine.
That's the best part.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind
That's
of
the best part.
It's kind of funny. But yeah, no, fuck Babu Frick. Poe is still the most interesting character in this trilogy, and he gets sidelined way too much. I'd watch a whole movie just on his backstory.
Yes.
I really like Poe, and I wish that he had more of a prominent role than just kind of being the funny man, you know?
Yeah.
Because when Poe has serious scenes, they're really good.
Yes.
And I'd like more of that. Memory wiped 3PO is very hard to watch. It's very upsetting. Because, like,
yes.
Not only the fact that his memory is wiped, but the fact that you see him not remember anyone. Like, when he says, like, whoever this Chewie fellow is, I'm like, oh.
And when he meets R2 again?
Yeah, like, that hurts, man. That's tough to watch. That's just genuinely upsetting. I never lied to you. Sure, Kylo Ren. You never lied to her. Except when you straight up told her parents sold her off for drinking money. That was a lie.
Yep.
Hux being the spy is a bigger twist than Rey being a Palpatine. Gotta admit. Genuinely surprised there. By the way, Rey being a Palpatine.
I don't hate it. I mean, I'm not in love with it.
No,
but I don't hate it.
I liked the idea of Rey being a nobody. Because it showed that anyone can have the Force.
That's true.
But by making her a Palpatine, it's like, no, you have to come from a specific bloodline to have the Force. And it's like...
I do agree with that.
Also, who fucked Palpatine?
Yeah, that too.
Who saw that deformed, wrinkly face and was like, I gotta get a piece of that?
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Okay. It's one thing to have the location of the Wayfinder inscribed on the dagger. Sure. But to have the dagger perfectly line up with wreckage of the Death Star?
That was...
Really? You really thought that one through? You thought that was a smart idea? To have, like, how are we gonna find the Wayfinder? Look, there's wreckage of the Death Star. There it is!
Yeah.
Might as well just have a big fucking magnifying glass. Like, come on, that's so stupid. It's cool that Finn met another Stormtrooper deserter.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes, I like that.
But that's kind of the only time it's ever brought up.
Yeah, I like you said, I wish they did it like a movie earlier and they had more time to connect.
Yeah. And Dark Ray was there with a really stupid lightsaber. I've seen videos of talking about that lightsaber's practicality. There is none.
Yeah.
There is no practicality of that lightsaber. It's there to look cool, and it can't even do that. It just looks stupid. It's like, yeah, sure, if you want to have a double-bladed lightsaber, sure. But it, like, folds in like a Swiss Army knife, and it's like... Okay. Also, with the whole Dark Ray thing, it was purely trailer fodder, let's be honest. But it looked like they were kind of trying to give her, like, that Luke in the Cave Dagobah moment.
Yeah.
But didn't we just do that last movie? Granted, it was stupid
bad.
yeah, granted it's bad, but, like, we did it already. Wasn't good, but we did it already. Don't you like how the only soundtrack to Rey and Kylo Ren's climactic fight is Finn screaming Rey?
My favorite song.
Oh man, what a wasted character. What a wasted character. Leia dies via Force Skype. What a fucking joke. Like,
that.
Come on. That's really disrespectful to the character and the actors. Like, we said it before, it would have been better if they just killed her off in between movies and had a nice tribute to her in this one.
Yes.
Instead of shoehorning her in with old reused footage and just kind of making this super important character completely irrelevant. If you remove Leia from this movie, nothing changes.
Yes.
Nothing changes. Leia is completely irrelevant to the plot. And it sucks. Because she's General Leia Organa, for fuck's sake. Hey, remember when Kylo Ren's ship, like, blew up in that really fiery crash? Apparently this movie doesn't, because Rey just took the ship and flew off.
Yeah.
And yes, it is the same ship because she has the Wayfinder in it. And yeah, you could argue that Ren put it in a different ship, but then he'd have to search through the wreckage of his ship to find the Wayfinder, which he clearly didn't have time for because he was hunting Rey.
Yep.
Han's cameo is sweet, even if it doesn't make any sense. I get it's like supposed to be a memory, but it could also like be like implied Force ghost, but Han doesn't really use the Force, or but you know what? I think Harrison Ford said it best when asked about if Han Solo is a Force ghost in this movie, Harrison Ford said, "What the fuck is a Force ghost?" That's 100% true, by the way. He did say that.
I believe that.
A Jedi's weapon deserves more respect, says the man who threw it away a movie ago.
Yep.
Also, how did Force Ghost Luke catch a saber? Wouldn't it just go right through him because he's a ghost?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Credit where credit is due. And this is like the one positive thing I can say about this movie. At least Luke feels like Luke.
Yes.
At least
I
Luke
do
is
like
written
that.
like Luke.
I like that.
Leia had a lightsaber, apparently. Good to know, I guess.
That was about an hour to go.
3PO gets his memory back. Glad that was a plot point. Everything is just made irrelevant. You introduce conflict and you resolve it immediately.
Yes.
It's not good storytelling. It's not. Lightspeed Kamikaze is apparently a 1 in a million maneuver. So why did Hux and the crew freak out when they realized what Holdo was doing?
Yeah.
They freaked out when they realized what she was doing. But no, it's apparently it's a 1 in a million move. Sure it is. They're riding horses on the side of a Star Destroyer.
Interesting.
Just the visual of them riding space horses on a fucking ship. God, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. I never wanted you dead. Then why'd you tell Kylo Ren to kill her? Why did you tell Kylo Ren to kill Rey if you didn't want her to die?
Oh, Palpatine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is Palpatine's plan in this movie? Does he want Rey dead? Does he want to rule with her? Does he want her to rule and kill him? Does he want to take her life force and rule himself? What's his plan?
Yeah.
It changes every 10 minutes.
That was never very clear.
But you know what? At least he said, do it. Also, force passing?
They brought him back for that meme.
Rey hands the lightsaber behind her back and passes it to Kylo Ren.
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
That's way too far of a stretch for me.
That's not how the Force works.
Way too far of a stretch for me.
Yeah. Hi, Wedge. Good to see you. Just because more nostalgia pandering. When Palpatine shoots lightning at the fleet, it plays a straight up bass boost sound effect.
Yes.
It is a literal bass boost sound effect, and that's so funny.
They use so many stock sounds.
Like
the laughing.
Yeah, there was a kid laughing in the festival that was stock.
He literally, the editor just went on YouTube and said, "Kid laughing."
Yeah,
I downloaded the first
honestly.
one.
Hearing Ahsoka's voice for 2 seconds is better than anything else in this entire movie. We don't even see her. We just hear her voice. And that made me happier than anything else that happens. Quite possibly in this trilogy. I love Ahsoka. And I can't wait to see her in Mandalorian because she's going to be in that. Anyway, back on topic. Let me get this straight. Falling down a shaft in the Death Star and blowing up, and then having the Death Star blow up, doesn't kill you. But getting your own lightning shot back at you does. When it's happened to you before and all it did was warp your face. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I understand why. It's because Mace Windu didn't have 2 lightsabers. He only had 1.
Oh, very true.
That's why.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Undeserved kiss. I'm just saying, I understand the enemies to lovers thing, sure. I just don't think it was handled well.
Not the best.
Just saying, I would have much preferred Kylo Ren live and Rey die.
Yes.
Don't like Rey.
Don't like Rey. Don't like Rey.
people are rising up all over the galaxy. The battle just ended. How fast does news travel the galaxy? Come on. Chewie finally got his medal. After Leia died, she's like, oh, by the way, give this to him after I die. Did you really have to do that? People complaining about, like, Chewie never got his medal. It's a meme. Nobody actually cares. Come on. Oh, hey, Finn, what did you want to tell Rey?
Yeah.
Glad that never got resolved.
Never resolved that one.
Apparently, due to, like, early drafts of script and, like, cut stuff, apparently he was supposed to tell her that he thinks he's Force sensitive. Which is kind of a big thing.
But
no, he just never tells her.
it's better than I love you.
Yeah. Rey Skywalker. Fuck you. From the bottom of my heart. Fuck you.
So I want to point out, because we still have it up on like Disney Plus on the TV. Yeah. This was 2019. This was last year.
Yeah, it was last year.
It feels like forever ago.
Yeah. Keep in mind, I had so much to say. I won't, but I can, if I really wanted to, make a full in-depth review of this movie that's longer than the actual movie. And keep in mind, including tonight, I've seen it twice. It's that bad. It leaves that much of an impression on me that I've only seen the movie twice and I have 9 pages of notes worth to say about it. This movie is not only a bad Star Wars movie, it is a bad movie, and it's insulting.
Yeah.
It's insulting to Star Wars fans, it's insulting to the average viewer because it thinks you're an idiot and can't, like, figure out giant plot holes.
Yeah.
This movie almost killed Star Wars for me. If it wasn't for Mandalorian being awesome and the final season of Clone Wars being perfect, I would have been done with Star Wars. This movie's that bad, I almost gave up on the franchise entirely. And it's really hard for me to say that. Because I love Star Wars. I grew up with Star Wars. You know, ever since I was a kid, I was 3 years old. And my dad was dressing up as Darth Vader for Halloween, scaring the shit out of me. I grew up with this series. To see it end with something this insulting, it's a slap in the face. And it hurts me. I really wanted this trilogy to be good. I really did. But this movie's the worst film to come out of Star Wars.
Yeah.
The holiday special isn't a film. It's a special. It was a TV special. This is the worst Star Wars movie. I fully believe that. Everything about this movie makes me angry. Maybe there's like 1 or 2 things I like, but it's minuscule things like Luke actually being Luke, or Kylo Ren clotheslining someone, or Han saying, I know, in response to Kylo Ren almost saying, I love you. That's it! That's it! That's the only things! Everything else makes me angry and furious and makes me want to rip my hair out! I hate this fucking movie!
Well, on that note, I think we should wrap up this video.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. So next time, we're going to be talking about the sequel trilogy as a whole. All 3 movies, what we think, what our favorite is, our favorite characters in the trilogy, same as before, and our overall thoughts on this trilogy. And then after that, we will be ranking all 9 movies, in our opinion, from worst to best. And then, we got 2 more movies to go. We got Rogue One and Solo.
Yes.
And then we're done.
Woo.
And it's crazy to think that we only have a few more videos to go.
I know. That's crazy.
But, yeah, since this is the last official episodic Star Wars movie,
Yes.
I'd like to thank you guys for joining us on this journey. We're still not done yet, but the big part of it is done.
Yes.
I hope you guys enjoyed watching these. I had, despite me and my feelings, I had a great time.
Yes.
I had an absolute great time watching these movies with my best friend.
I'm very
It was
glad
great.
I finally watched them, and
Yeah.
I thank you for showing them to me.
Yeah, I had a great time. I'm really glad we did this.
Yes, this was a lot of fun.
I'm glad we could share our opinions and our thoughts on the series. And I love Star Wars. I still do, despite certain movies. But I'm really glad we did this.
Yeah, this was
And
a lot of fun.
Once this is done, once we finish this, we probably won't do it together because it's long, but feel free to watch Clone Wars and Rebels and Mandalorian.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, good stuff. So, thank you guys so much for watching.